What's going on, y'all? Hope you're doing good. Before I start, I just want to tell you there is an incredible uniqueness to this particular video right here today. You're not going to hear anybody else talk the way I'm talking whatsoever. It's why I've been so excited to bring it pretty much the entire day. So really buckle in and buckle down. Imagine you're like 8 years old and you collected 1 million Chuck E. Cheese tokens. And all of a sudden you thought you were set for life. You could always keep those tokens in your pocket and just go to Chuck E. Cheese and buy the whole dadgum store. This is exactly what's going on with $1, y'all. It ain't gonna be worth nothing in 20 years the way it keeps on going. So make sure you've got your food, your ammo, and your silver and gold. Allegiance Gold lets you hold it physically in your hand, which is what you have to have. Go to protectwithbuddy.com. Qualified purchases are actually getting $5,000 in free silver right now. Protectwithbuddy.com, link is below. But I want to be the first to tell you right now, Thursday night this week, we're going to have Trump debating whoever the guy in the Biden mask is. Okay, we all know that. But there's certain spirits that I want y'all to look out for in the debates, if you're going to watch them at all. Okay, so fact number one, the debates of 2020 were the most uncomfortable presidential debates in U.S. history. On top of that, they do the schedule like 8 to 9:30, so it's 90 minutes, and they got Americans completely riled up. They got us like DEFCON 5, so we can't sleep, we can't have any kind of peace whatsoever, and we just feel like we're gonna fight. That's a really bad place to be in right before you go to bed, y'all. And the spirit inside these hostile debates gets carried into the next few days and next few weeks across America, and it amplifies. If you watch the debates, the presidential debates of 2020, which I definitely don't recommend you do, you don't have to be a tuned-in Christian praying 7 hours a day to identify the fact that there's evil spirits of anger, dissension, bitterness, hostility, just to name a few, all through that room, broadcasting it out to the airways of the United States and to the world. Now, this might be kind of hard for a few of y'all to swallow, but the debates, my friends, are intentionally planted hostility. They're sleeper bombs in our souls. So if you're going to watch them Thursday, I would recommend that you go into it with prayer beforehand, asking God to help you identify the negative spirits, the evil spirits in that debate, and how it affects you personally, watching it, how it affects the country out there responding to it the next few days. The hostility we saw in 2020 that spread all across America started out with anger, and then it multiplied into the streets in the coming months that followed. And you all saw this, right? It's going to be no different with this one. There's going to be an attack designed at you, the viewer, because that's what the elites need to happen for their 1941 war powers to set in. If you want to look into that, have fun down that rabbit hole, because that's where I was last week. So with all of that, y'all, I just want to tell you, guard yourself to be immune to whatever is thrown out. And I don't know any pastor in America whatsoever that is actually telling their congregation this before the debates, which is a dadgum shame. Now listen to this. Down here in Mississippi, about once a year, we have what is called a boil water notice. Okay, a lot of y'all have been through this 100 times. Good, so get this. What's happening spiritually with these whole debates on Thursday night is very similar to a boil water notice. There's a biological contamination going on. The people who drink from the tap are getting sick, and it's the same way, y'all, with people who are going to consume these debates on Thursday night. They're going to consume those foul spirits at the debates and MSM News and all that kind of stuff, and people screaming about it in the days that follow, and they're going to get sick too. So if you're following me on this, it just means you're not a simpleton. If this is too heavy for you, look, I hear The Bachelorette is starting a new season really soon. She's single and ready to mingle. How about that? Might change the course of eternity. But for those of you who are awake, for those of you who are paying attention, this is a spiritual airstrike getting ready to get launched Thursday night. In 2020, it got out of control fast, and it spread quickly. You saw what happens when people spin off of each other's emotions, so I'm putting y'all on a boil water notice in a sense. Pray about this, pray about how it's going to affect you spiritually, how you can find peace and clarity in the aftermath, because we've been very, very calm for the last few months. It's been nice and quiet. The calm is over on Thursday night. You've got all the weapons you need, though. If you've got the armor of Christ all around you, you got everything you need. Just remember, this is not a presidential battle. This is a spiritual battle. And you might want to send this around to your friends. You might want to send this video around to your family quickly, because it's about to go down. God bless y'all. Appreciate you watching.